Hyman Roth was a man of immense wealth and power, his financial prowess legendary. So why would he need the $2 million investment from Michael Corleone for a risky venture in Cuba? And even more perplexing, why would Roth orchestrate an attempt on Michael's life before the deal was sealed? First, let's consider the symbolic value of Michael's investment. In the high-stakes realm of crime and business, money is not just a transactional tool, but a medium of trust and alliance. Roth's insistence of securing Michael's $2 million was less about the funds themselves and more about the message it would send. By having Michael invest directly in the Cuban venture, Roth was publicly binding the younger Corleone to his enterprise. It was a way of ensuring that Michael had a vested interest in the deal's success, thereby aligning their interest and solidifying their partnership. Beyond the symbolic significance, Roth's decision to involve Michael also stemmed from a more pragmatic concern: the need to spread financial risk. Investing in Cuba was a venture fraught with political uncertainty. The Batista regime was on shaky ground, and the winds of revolution were already beginning to stir. By including Michael in his $2 million, Roth was not only securing additional capital, but also diversifying the risk. If the Cuban venture failed, the financial burden would not rest solely on Roth's shoulders. Roth's wealth and influence were undeniable, yet he recognized the value of strategic alliances. Though he could have easily funded the Cuban initiative on his own, he chose to bring Michael into the fold. This decision speaks to Roth's nuanced understanding of power dynamics in the criminal underworld, a world where strength is often measured not just by individual resources, but by the web of relationships and dependencies one can cultivate. By enlisting Michael's participation, Roth was not only mitigating his own risk, but also reinforcing his position as a central player in the emerging power structures of Cuba. Should the venture succeed, Roth would have a powerful ally in Michael, whose political ambitions were well known. And should it fail, Michael would bear some of the blame, shielding Roth from the full consequences. Now let's address the more sinister aspects of Roth's plan, the assassination plot. If Roth needed Michael's money, why move to eliminate him before the deal was complete? This is where Roth's mastery of deception comes into play. By orchestrating the assassination attempt, Roth was engaging in a high-stakes game of misdirection. His public actions suggested a desire for partnership, while his private moves aimed at removing Michael as a rival. Roth knew that Michael's elimination would destabilize the Corleone's family power structure, making them more vulnerable and easier to manipulate. The $2 million was a mere pawn in a larger strategic game. Hyman Roth's vendetta against Michael Corleone was deeply personal, fueled by more than just cold, calculating strategy. The killing of Mo Green, Roth's closest associate and protege, by Michael had left a bitter personal grudge burning within Roth. Green was more than just an associate to Roth. He was a symbol of Roth's influence and reach in the criminal world. Michael's decision to eliminate Green was a direct challenge to Roth's authority and a clear message that he did not respect Roth's power, a slight that could not go unanswered in the world of organized crime. Moreover, eliminating Michael would serve to consolidate Roth's power. The Corleone family, under Michael's leadership, had become a powerful force. By removing Michael, Roth would weaken the Corleone's family influence and create a vacuum that he could exploit. This power shift would allow Roth to maneuver more freely within the criminal underworld and expand his operations without facing significant opposition. Roth's seemingly contradictory actions were actually part of a larger, meticulously calculated plan. The $2 million was just a pawn in a far grander game, where Roth, ever the strategic mastermind, was determined to emerge victorious, regardless of the personal and professional cost. Motivations in organized crime are rarely straightforward, and Roth's need for Michael's investment was a complex interplay of symbolism, risk management, deception, and political maneuvering. Despite Roth's immense wealth, he remained dependent on strategic alliances and was not immune to the intricate dance of power and influence that defined his realm. The personal nature of Roth's vendetta against Michael went beyond just cold, calculating strategy.